All right, so this is an unboxing of BTLOS carbon fiber wheels out of China. I ordered these on December 22nd, 2021. They told me it's gonna be a 13-day build time and a 5 to 10 day ship time. They were doing air freight from FedEx. China doesn't celebrate Christmas the way we do. They don't have any holidays or any days off, so I figured, ordering them on December 22nd, things would go pretty smoothly and then ship out within that 13 days or so. It took a little bit longer. They didn't end up shipping them until January 21st, which was good because it was right before the Chinese New Year starts on February 1st. I just wanted to get them out of the country before then. So they shipped on Friday the 21st, and then they got here today on Friday, January 28th. So didn't quite make the build time that they said they were going to, but definitely met that ship time that they said they were going to. So all in all, for the time that I submitted payment and it went through, the time that I got it here in hand, it was 5 weeks and 2 days, so not so bad. So anyway, this is the box that came in, pretty standard, no surprises. Literally, UPS just dropped this off about 20 minutes ago. About 6.5 pound box with about 3.5 pound wheels in them, so a decent amount of packaging, I guess, in there. Doesn't look like there's any damage whatsoever on the box. You've got a little carry handle, so they must know what they're doing. All right, so let's just get into it. No more talking. Let's just get this thing open and see what's inside of here. Wanted to do this video because I hadn't seen anybody on YouTube or anywhere yet that had any unboxing and initial impression videos. There was one video where a guy, I think out of California, did a 1 year review after he had them. That was actually a pretty useful video to watch, so look out for that one. That was actually really the only YouTube video I could find at this time, which was helpful because I wasn't quite sure about these wheels. I got a friend here locally that he's got a group of guys he rides with, and they ordered almost half a dozen wheels, and they're pretty well-respected group, so I figured that was good enough for me. So anyway, first thing, as I thought, a couple of extra spokes here in case you have some problems. It's nice that they ship those with it. So opening the box here, not sure if you can see this, but nothing too exciting or surprising. Wheels look like they're pretty well packed. So just kind of showing you what that looks like here. All right, pulling these guys out. There you go. I'm gonna set this back down for a second here. Sorry, that camera's jumping all around like crazy. All right. Don't see anything else in the box at all. No other dunnage, just these two spokes and a couple of nipples that I'm gonna put back in there for now. So not quite as much packaging as I thought, but a lightweight wheel shouldn't jump around too much in a box. And there's no obvious damage anywhere. They do put these little plastic caps at the end where the axle goes through, so I guess that kind of helps protect it a little bit. That's pretty standard. I'd say that these ones aren't as deep as some of the other ones I've seen when they ship bikes brand new, but whatever. Pretty excited about opening these, so I'm honestly not being all that careful. I'm in a hurry. Wife is going to be back anytime soon, and the garage door is going to come flying open. So these are 29-inch wheels, 30 millimeters wide. I ordered the I9 hubs. This looks like the front wheel, so I had them do the front hub in orange to mount my 2019 Santa Cruz high tower that these are going on. So I'll probably do some more up close look at these things. Really the purpose of this part of the video right now is just to do a little quick unpackaging so you see what it looks like right out of the box. So if you were to order these, you would know what you probably should expect. So there's the rear wheel, first time. Sorry, that's the front. Had it bass backwards. I'm kind of new at this, so you can laugh though. Anyway, yeah, I don't see any apparent damage. These are 3K flats, carbon. They look pretty awesome. I mean, I realize the lighting right now is not really all that great, so you can't see any of this. It's that good. You can't see the detail on the wheels, but I'll get a couple other shots later on so you can get a better look at it. But my initial thoughts and you know, definitely as good or better than I thought they were going to be. Definitely good first impression. I mean, man, this is very well finished. I mean, a lot nicer looking than the race face AR-27s that I have on my wheel and that are on my bike now. So, oh boy, can't wait to hear that. These are the new i9 Hydra hubs that have several hundred points of engagement. I can't remember, 560, 480, something totally ridiculous. We'll get them on the bike later on and let them whiz, but there's a million YouTube videos out there if that's really what you really want to hear. Probably won't be that much, so. Anyway, thanks. Okay, so we got done unboxing these wheels. So for this section of the video, the purpose is just to look at the aesthetics, the fit and finish, you know, kind of the cosmetics of the wheel. You know, what I'm hoping to later on is to take these wheels to one of the local bike shops around here and put them up on a stand and kind of do some type of inspection, look for run out, you know, put a dial indicator on it, just kind of look for some of the common things that could be wrong. So like I said, just looking at some aesthetics of these wheels here for the next couple minutes. I spent about 15 minutes looking these things over pretty closely before I shot this little section. Nothing too interesting or scary to share. I mean, keep in mind, I am not a diehard mountain biker. I don't have a whole lot of experience, so I don't really know what the heck I'm looking at, except for they're round, they're black, they're pretty, they're the color I wanted, etc., etc. So those i9 hubs, 690 points of engagement is what it is. That's what Google told me, to clarify what I didn't know before. So hopefully there's a little bit better light than what we had before. Hopefully the audio is not quite as bad as it was before. But I just wanted to give you guys and gals a close-up look at these wheels. You know, I was trying to find something wrong with them, and I can usually spot things. I did spot one thing on each wheel, so I'll show you that now. And most people wouldn't even notice this. So as you can see right here, the top of the B with the slashes is not quite running parallel with the curvature of the wheel, the radius of the wheel. Kind of dives down a little bit to the left side. Probably can't see that. Whereas if you look at the same thing on the other spots, it's all copacetic. So I only noticed that on one spot on both wheels. Here's the rear wheel. Once again, probably hard to see on video. It's pretty hard to see in real life too. But that's being super nitpicky. These are wheels, these are tools, these are not pieces of jewelry. So they're meant to serve a mechanical functional purpose, not look pretty, but they do, however, look kind of pretty. A little bit of background on these wheels, the config that I got here. So what you see here, this is if you were to go on their website and configure these exact wheels. They actually got a really good website. This video is not about the website though. So WMI 30s, blah, 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 blah. You can see that all. You can screenshot that all. That's how these wheels are configured right now. So if you were to go online right now and buy these 1341 out the door. Now on the right-hand side of this screen, this is my invoice for the wheels that you just looked at. So that's how they are on January 28th, 2022, if you're to buy them. If you were to buy these wheels, back when I originally put the order in, they were $1,201 after tax, title, everything out the door. Actually, $1,161. So somehow between December 22nd at 11:61, they went out to $1,341. Yeah, blame it on coronavirus, whatever. I don't care. So yeah, that's what I paid for them out the door. So you're aware. You might have already noticed that. There I had a coupon. Didn't mean for you to see that number, but I had a coupon to get free shipping. Basically, what I told BTLOS is that I had some friends that had ordered some wheels and that they had gotten free shipping. They were running a free shipping thing for a period of time back in, I don't know, November, December 2021. But by the time I contacted them, they said that free shipping situation was no longer available. But they said because I was referred by some people that had bought, a decent number of wheels, that they'd go ahead and offer me the free air freight shipping. So they gave me a code to stick in when I checked out. But I would imagine by now, over a month later, that code probably doesn't work. But anyway, besides the stupid little nitpicky thing, that sticker not lining up, which is totally dumb to care about, in my opinion, these wheels, they're pretty fantastic for a guy who is not an experienced mountain biker and doesn't know exactly what he's looking at. So hopefully if I get lucky, I'll get to bring these down to, like I said, a local bike shop to get them, put them up on a touring stand and do a legitimate inspection to see how they spin and look. So you would know what to expect. So after that, we'll be moving them over, putting them on this bike. Oh my God. Putting them over and getting them on this bike eventually. All right, thanks. All right, so there's two things I forgot to mention. One thing that you'll probably care about, one thing that you won't care about. So first, the one that you probably will care about, the BTLOS logo that's on here, a positive note, really good quality. This is not just some stupid vinyl sticker that's stuck on here. There's no lip here or anything like that. I'd say it's on par with, the Santa Cruz and the Cannondale and the felt that I've got as far as, the logoing on the frame of those bikes compared to what I'd say is my first initial, perception of the quality of how this is applied on this. So that looks good. The second thing, the thing that you probably won't care about, so just taking a quick look at this, you can order these BTLOS logos in tons of different color combinations. You could probably have them not on there at all, but you can get them all gray, all white, 2-color combination like what I have here. What I was kind of hoping for is that these would roughly match my Santa Cruz. I'm not sure how it looks on this video. It looks maybe a little bit off on the video. It looks a little tiny bit off in person too. Barely off. It's not even hardly worth mentioning. I don't even really care about that because this is a bike. It's meant to be ridden. It's not going to car shows and shit like that. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, obviously you definitely should not expect that the ion hubs would match, but it's not supposed to. It's like anodized aluminum versus a flat color sticker thing. It's not a sticker, but anyway, you get the idea. These are still going to look pretty much phenomenal on here. I'm a little worried about, there's 3 points there with the logos. I'm worried about it maybe being a little bit too bling and a little bit too much orange. But we won't know until it's on the bike. And once again, you probably don't care about that anyway. So, all right, got the wheels here with us at one of the local bike shops, Bushwhacker. These guys are gonna help me check the trueness of these wheels, and we'll see what we got. So stay tuned.
Pretty good.
Looks good.
Of course, I haven't thrown it in the stand yet.
Let her rip.
And if you want me to center that, I can.
All right, since my so-called mountain biking buddies say I'm a weight weenie, we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of the weight of the stock Raceface AR27s on the left with the Minion DHF tires that they come with. Compare those to the BTLOS with the Maxxis Recon tires. So the Minions on this bike, they were 2.3 both front and rear, and we're going to a little bit wider tire of 2.4 in the rear and a 2.6 in the front. So, you know, it's gonna add a little bit of weight because it's a wider tire, but it is it's a lighter weight compound and a little less rubber there, so that takes that weight right back off. And just looking at the numbers of those tires side by side, the green up at the top, that's the Recons, the new tires, so you can see the weights there. A little bit of the performance information on those, and then at the bottom, the gray, that's the tires that came on the bike, weights there, and a little bit of performance information. So getting real weight weenie-ish with it. Stock tires were 1750, new tires 1620, so a total loss of 130. If you go by what's advertised, on Maxxis's website, that's where all this information came from. And then the rims, according to Raceface's website, 2080 is what they are. 1776 is what the BTLOS rims are. So the rims should be knocking off about 1304. Taking the tires also, that'll be about 434 grams. So there's my price that I paid out the door for the tires and the rims. So I'm looking at, I spent basically $3.17 per gram of weight reduction. Compare that to, putting on a used carbon crank. The used carbon crank, I actually, spent less money in cost per gram on that compared to these rims. But I think that the weight reduction that we're gonna hopefully get out of these BTLOS wheels and a little bit lighter weight tires, hopefully that'll be pretty dramatic and pretty well felt, with all that weight slinging that far out. So we'll see what we get. All right, we're weighing the rears first. So these both actually have 4 ounces of stand sealant in them. I did that myself on the wheel on the left about a month ago, and the wheel on the right tonight. So should be pretty consistent there. They're both, I cleaned the tire on the left, knocked all the mud and stuff off of it. Probably wouldn't make that big of a difference, but all right, let's go ahead and see what these weigh. Just a little disclaimer, just to tell you, this scale that I'm using is actually something my wife got for free literally 2 days ago. From some nutrition program she's a part of. She didn't want to use it, so she gave it to me. I wasn't even going to do this part of the video, but just coincidentally, she said you can have this. So, no telling how exactly accurate this thing is, but okay. So there's the weight of the original rear, 2062, and here's your weight of your BTLOS, 1935. All right, let's get these fronts weighed. All right, here's our stock Raceface rim and tire. So you're looking at 2167. All right, BTLOS with the wider tire, you're looking at 2141. All right, so over here's the numbers I just recorded. This ended up being 153 grams in total weight reduction. I thought I was gonna be at 434, so definitely quite a bit less than I thought. So either the stock AR Raceface rims are lighter than they say they are, or the carbon rims are a little heavier. I did actually weigh those outside of this video. They were about 1850, not 1776, according to my cheap free scale. Or the tires, the weights were off from what Minion said, both either on the Recons that were supposed to be a little bit lighter, or the Minions that were the heavier tires. Maybe those could have been wrong too. So kind of a bummer. So let's go take a look at the bike. All right, so overall pretty happy with the way the bike came out. Definitely an upgrade with the hubs, going to the industry i9s. I had the DT Swiss 370s on there before. Should have a little bit less rolling resistance with these Recon tires versus the Maxxis Minions that I had on there before. Plus we'll get the exciting buzzing sound. All right, so look for a future video to come out. I will actually try to get out and ride this thing a little bit. Can't really do a whole lot of that right now. Of course, as soon as I get these on here, the weather changes a little bit. Now it's snowing in Illinois. So I get to keep doing what I do best and just sit here and look at my bike.